Dr. Galvani's memoir. The 20th day of the month of High Cold, the most important day of my life. It was after high table when the professors retired to our common room. Between tastings of wine and Morlean cheeses, we discussed our work. I had recently returned to the academy as a lecturer, speaking on the various blood-borne diseases transmitted by Circonian fauna. It was well into the evening that Anton Sokolov himself appeared. He preferred to dine alone, and so I had not yet encountered him during my residence. The man was followed by the stink of brandy, as he often was, but when he spotted me, he swept his arms wide and bellowed, "Galvani, come here, come here." The great man himself beckoned me to join him. Though disheveled by drink, he had not yet shed the embroidered gown of his high office as the Academy's head. The gold needlework glimmered, depicting celestial patterns in the night sky. I was enchanted. He poured me a glass of Tivian red and thrust it into my hands. What followed was undoubtedly the most stimulating conversation of my life. Well, no wonder he uses that as his code for everything. Can't say I blame him. It'd be like if I used the date of my wedding as the code for everything. Look at that! Not only did I not fail quiet as a mouse, I actually completed it! Now I just need to complete Rags to Riches to Rags again. Reminder from Pena. Guards, don't summon Director Michaels over the PA system without an authorization code. You know she's a stickler for proper protocol. If you can't remember the codes, find me. I carry the code list with me for safekeeping. Just call Michaels without a code, and I'll dismiss you so fast that your head will spin like crystal weather rain. Got it? Now what, do we just go up the elevator? Not in the traditional sense, because this is the top floor. You would need to use your displace to get up further. I suppose since I completed that contract, I can make as much noise as I want now. Actually, I couldn't. But I learned that the hard way. Archives and lockboxes. Last contract. Oh, look at that, an electrified floor. Not a problem. I still wonder if my sticky grenade just went right through that soldier. Oh, I thought that was a door. Never mind. Oh, this is Pena?
This is what I needed.
Look at that. I don't even notice that the contract has an X on it yet. Wait a minute. No, I remember. Christopher left a note somewhere. There. 379. I don't suppose Christopher is the one who has the gem, is he? Journalist lockbox notes. Research for Jacoby article. I started this research for answers at the behest of Lucia Pastor. She came to my office with concerns about the alarming number of illegal foreclosures made by Michael's bank recently and asked me to investigate. I never suspected that a simple quest to uncover bank fraud would instead put me on the trail of a cold-blooded murderer. Interview with Teresia Cienfuegos. I interviewed her today about Michael's bank's foreclosure on the family pharmacy. She provided my first major clue. Her father's account books contained puzzling entries for syringes, blood transfusion equipment, and large amounts of his homemade poppy tincture sedative. Shipments of these items were sent to the Spectre Club without her knowledge. And guess who was receiving them? Administrator Ivan Jacobi. What could he need with quantities of blood transfusion items? This matter bears further investigation. Interview with Ned Tamron. I stopped by the Spectre Club this evening to interview some of its elite patrons. Most were too drunk to give me any useful information. But one Ned Tamron laughingly described a Sanjuan infusion house specialty. Its chief ingredient is rumored to be human blood. Suddenly, the pieces all fit together. Cienfuego's bloodless corpse, the transfusion equipment, Jacoby's patronage of the Spectre. I know he's behind the recent ex-Sanjuan murders. There must be evidence that ties him directly to Cienfuego's death. If only I could find it. I have to keep investigating until I do so. I can't rest until I expose Jacoby for the monster he is. Morgan Yu. Luigi? The 28th day of the month of high cold. So 2-8. We can start with that. I forget how many months there are in a year in this universe, so I'm not sure which one high cold is. Okay, there you go. I guess it's 7. Oh my gosh, Galvani is getting stolen from again. On Bertie the Bird. I caught Bertie, as we call him, on one of those ill-fated expeditions to Pandyssia, which I and a few others attempted from time to time, to follow in the footsteps of the great Sokolov. The birds assemble in great flocks and nest in cliffsides. He had flown too close to our ship, and so one of the sailors snared him with a well-thrown net, and we managed to cage him. He was one of the first of his species to reach Gristolian shores. He caused a stir in the popular imagination when I first displayed him. I did a circuit of public lectures on Pandyssian fauna, and each theater was packed with people hopeful for a glimpse of my little bird. I heard from some friends that Bertie even featured in some children's literature with fanciful illustrations. After a time, Bertie grew quite tame. He wouldn't even accept grapes from my hand. Sadly, he died after just a few short years. But he inspired a passion for Pandyssian birds, egg collecting, and taxidermy. I had him stuffed, and occasionally are charged a small fee to allow viewers to see him. He will always hold a special place in my heart. Now what about this Morgan Yu fella? My displace right at this box, and it chose to make me fall right here. I almost died in an instant. But somehow, I got right back on the box just in time. I don't know how the frick I did that, but I'm glad I did. Now then, security office. That's where I'm going next. Oh.
Someone stole it!
It was me, bitch.
Requesting entry to the security office. Code B15D.
Everyone gives me a hard time about the codes. I don't make the rules.
Oh, look at that, a hollow. Is there? This is gonna be hilarious. This one, I think.
Dolores Michaels, you're needed in the inner atrium. Code M22Q.
Oh. Could have just done that. Okay. Got it. I was having a real hard time figuring out how to get past the electrified floor.
No more
Was walking
electrified
around for like 20 minutes. Hi.
something unsavory going on.
Well, there's Dolores.
All that security, and I still got to you, Dolores.
It's a hold. Because of course it is.
Two locks. This has to be the one.
Yeah, I guess that's the only thing that matters right now.
You and I were both abandoned to uncertain futures on dangerous streets and taken in by murderers. Dowd spared your life all those years ago, but I was taught a lesson that you still haven't learned. Some wounds stay with you, even in the void.
Give it to me. I don't have time for this.
Time repeats the same unending patterns. 4,000 years ago, this knife cut my name away. Forgotten forever. You know what it's like to lose one name and live with another. We are all made by the things that are taken from us.
I've seen the people you've twisted with your poisonous magic. You know what I want. You know I'm coming for you.
I know more than most. I know that time is bleeding into itself around you. I know that you have felt it, and you are searching for the places where the world has broken against the void. I know that Dowd is dead where you left him on your ruined ship, and you will carry that knife with you to face me at the black center of all things.
Why are you doing this? Why are you talking to me now?
I'm here because you are different. The void has found you through the cracks in your broken life. And when you cut me out of it, what will remain? What will you leave behind when you walk away?
What does the outsider want from me? Is he really gone? I have the knife. I need to get back to the Dreadful Wheel.
Yeah. Hold R2 in order to charge your sword with void energy, and then release it on enemies to slash them from a distance. Damage is slow, but your target will be thrown in the direction of the sword slash. You can also use this to break objects or interact with the environment. That sounds baller. I still need to find that gem. That was just a guess, man. I remember the contract mentioned that Morgan had said something about having 315 coins in his pocket. So I just spitballing here. Maybe that's the code. What do you mean it's blocked? Come on. Then I will go up my own way. I did like them apples. I think this is what I did before.
They carved my mark into the old bones much like the sun. They carved my mark into their skin. They learned true hunger from the void.
Nope. Not this time, pal. What? Director Michaels, my compliments on the board's wisdom in purchasing my exclusive invention, the suspended vault. My servants will assist your workers with the installation of the vault, as its complexity no doubt surpasses their limited mechanical experience. However, the bank will be responsible for maintaining its perfection in the future. If someone is foolish enough to disengage all 4 brake couplings at once, the vault will plummet down the shaft to its destruction. To avoid such a disaster, remove the coupling lever and stow it away somewhere safe from all idiots. Barring major catastrophes, my vault will function seamlessly for centuries.
I could get that vault moving with a little maintenance.
Well, in order to use that lever, I need to unlock each lock on the very top of the safe. But I can't quite do that yet either because there's a pipeline kind of in the way, so I need to move the vault down at least one floor. Almost forgot to read this. Dear Anselma, I know your first day on the job can be trying, so feel free to ask me any questions. Remember, the code for this door changes, so you'll have to get the new one from Chief Pena. You can usually find him in the archives. Once you have the code, speak to the numbers clearly into the microphone and wait for the lock to release. I'll come by at noon and take you to my favorite restaurants. Most of us security guards go there for lunch. Food's terrible, but it keeps our interests low. There's a little bank keeper for you. See you later. Barton. Okay,
Didn't think anyone would steal the whole vault, did you? Right. Brace yourself. All that security and I still got
I'm
2 doors.
sorry? Wait, was she in there? Yes. No. No, that's wrong. This is wrong. Yeah, she was still in there the whole time. You absolute buffoon.
I'm still in one piece, but the vault isn't.
Yes, take me out of here, please. That turned my brain to mush a little bit. Started out fine, but then it just got increasingly more aggravating. Probably says more about me than it does the level design. But man, Billy was not kidding when she said, now comes the difficult part.
Streets should be crawling with guards by now.
Oh
Nothing
man.
I can't handle.
Oh, now I see. This is how we get out of here. Not sure how we were supposed to be able to get in via this way. But whatever, we're out now. Made it here. The carriage is over there? Well, there's also this skiff. Something else I did is I took that body that was on the rocks down below near the sewer entrance, and I brought him back up to the surface. This guy is still here, apparently. Hey, you know what? All the power to him. I don't care. I'm out of here. I'm complete stealth, completely non-lethal. Got almost all the bone charms. Missed half the paintings. Oh, so I did fail quite as a mouse. So you lied to me. I do feel like I got cheated out of that coin. At one point, the Quiet as a Mouse contract had the check mark, and now it has an X. This can only mean that even after you technically complete the contract, you can still mess it up. Just something to keep in mind for whenever you play this. Well, I got the other ones, so I guess it doesn't matter. And I completed 5 special actions. I think that's more than I ever did in Dishonored 2. Alright,